Nobody saw this coming. Not after the first baby drama nearly tore at Rasheeda and at Frost 117 apart in front of millions. They were finally rebuilding, posting smiles, booking appearances, showing the world that love could survive betrayal. But then, out of nowhere, Jasmine walks in with the kind of news that stops conversations cold. "There's another baby," she says, her voice calm but eyes sharp. The air in the room changes. Rasheeda freezes, the words hitting her harder than any headline ever could. Kirk's jaw tightens, not in guilt, but in rage. "She's lying," he fires back. But Jasmine isn't backing down. She's got dates, pictures, screenshots, enough to set Atlanta on fire. Now the streets are buzzing, the blogs are exploding, and the cameras are catching every second. This isn't just a rumor, this is the start of a war. Nobody's ready. For .hash, another baby shock hashtag, LHHATL hashtag, RASHEED, A breaks hashtag, Kirk vs Jasmine, hashtag baby mama drama unleashed at VH1 at Rasheeda. At Frost 117, the day started normal. Too normal. Rasheeda was in her boutique, unboxing new arrivals for the fall line, when her phone buzzed. Wasn't a text from a customer or her team, it was from an unknown number. "Unknown, we need to talk. Face to face. It's about Kirk, and it's big." She stared at the message, her heart sinking. Didn't even have to guess who it was. Jasmine, by the time she looked up, the cameras were already rolling outside, the crew sensing a storm. She dialed Kirk immediately. "Rasheeda, why is Jasmine texting me?" "Kirk, ignore her. She's just trying to start something again." "Rasheeda, she said it's big. What does that mean?" "Kirk, it means she's lying, like always." But Rasheeda knew better. Jasmine didn't just pop up unless she thought she had ammunition. And this time she wasn't asking, she was showing up that evening. Rasheeda reluctantly agreed to meet Jasmine at a small lounge in Midtown. The producers made sure to get the lighting just right. Moody, shadow-filled, perfect for a confrontation. Jasmine walked in late. Wearing a tight red dress that screamed "all eyes on me," she sat down, crossed her legs, and didn't waste a second. "Jasmine, I think you should know. Kirk has another baby." Rasheeda pauses, blinking. "You're joking." "Jasmine, do I look like I'm joking?" "Rasheeda girl, you've been lying since day one." "Jasmine, not about this. He's been seeing her for months before you found out about us. The kid's almost 2. Rasheeda laughed, not because it was funny, but because disbelief was the only thing keeping her from flipping the table. "Rasheeda, you're insane. Show me proof." And Jasmine did. She pulled out her phone and swiped to a folder of photos. The child, smiling in a birthday crown next to a woman Rasheeda had never seen before. And in one of the pictures, Kirk was in the background holding a juice box, confessional, Rasheeda talking to the camera. It was like déjà vu. I've been here before, blindsided, embarrassed, and on camera. Part of me wanted to walk out. But the other part needed to hear every lie so I could burn it to the ground. The scene cut back to the table. "Rasheeda, so let me guess. You're the messenger now? Since when do you care about me?" "Jasmine, I don't. I care about the truth. And this girl. She doesn't even know what she's dealing with. I thought you'd want to warn her. Rasheeda, you thought wrong." Rasheeda stood to leave, but Jasmine's next words froze her mid-step. "Jasmine, DNA results are coming next week. She already filed." The producer zoomed in on Rasheeda's face. That moment of dread, the kind you can't fake. Cut to Kirk pacing outside their house, phone in hand, already hearing from the crew that Rasheeda had met Jasmine. When she finally walked in, the tension was thick enough to slice with a knife. "Kirk, please tell me you didn't believe her." "Rasheeda, I believe what I saw." "Kirk, pictures mean nothing." "She's setting me up." "Rasheeda, then why are you in the damn picture, Kirk?" Silence. Kirk rubbed his face, muttering about setups, editing tricks, and how he was just helping a friend. But Rasheeda wasn't having it. "RASHEED. We've been here before," I swore to myself. Never again. And now you're telling me some random woman's kid just happened to have you at their birthday party. Kirk, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. She shook her head and walked off. Confessional Kirk talking to the camera. People want me to be the bad guy, and yeah, I messed up before. But this ain't it. Jasmine's bitter. She lost, and now she wants to drag me through the mud again. I'm not playing this game. The episode ended with Rasheeda back at her boutique, closing up early, phone in hand, scrolling through the baby pictures Jasmine sent. Her hands trembled, not just from anger, but from the creeping fear that history was about to repeat itself, and this time, it might break her for good. Hashtag another baby shock. Hashtag LHHATL. Hashtag Jasmine V's RASHEEDA. Hashtag Kirk in trouble again. VH1 drama. Hashtag baby bombshell. Hashtag Rasheeda strong. Hashtag hip hop reality. Hashtag second baby scandal. Hashtag drama in Atlanta at VH1 at Rasheeda at Frost117. The week after Jasmine's bombshell felt like a slow-motion train wreck. Rasheeda kept herself busy with work, but every time her phone buzzed, her stomach twisted. She wasn't sure if it would be the boutique's inventory alert or that message, the one confirming her worst fears. Kirk, on the other hand, was doing what he always did when trouble came knocking, staying quiet, avoiding eye contact, and hoping it would blow over. But the silence wasn't helping. Scene Frost House. Early morning, Rasheeda sat at the kitchen counter, sipping coffee, scrolling Instagram. Then her phone dinged an email. The subject line read, "Paternity test results confidential." Her heart thudded. She clicked it, cut to camera, zooming in on her eyes widening. Rasheeda, nah, this can't be real. The paper was clear. 99.98% probability. She dropped her phone on the counter, the sound echoing in the empty kitchen. Confessional, Rasheeda. It was like the air left the room. All that hope, all those silent prayers that it was a setup, gone. And the worst part? I wasn't even shocked. I was just tired. By the time Kirk came downstairs, Rasheeda was sitting with her arms folded, the results open on the counter like evidence in a trial. Kirk. Morning, Rasheeda. Don't warning me. Sit down. Kirk looking at the paper. Damn, Rasheeda. That's all you got. Kirk. Rasheeda. No, don't start with "it's complicated." That's your child. Again. And you sat in my face, lying like it was nothing. Kirk's defense was weak, muttering about slip-ups and not meaning for it to happen. The same lines she had heard before. This time, there was no shock factor. No tearful outburst from her. Just a cold, heavy silence that felt worse than yelling. Scene. OLG restaurant meet with Candy Burris. Rasheeda needed to vent. And she knew Candy would give it to her straight. Rasheeda. I just don't understand how someone can destroy their family twice and act like it's a bad business deal. Candy, girl, you know, men like that think with their ego, not their head. The question is, what you gonna do? Rasheeda, I don't know. Part of me wants to pack up and never look back. The other part, I don't want to give Jasmine the satisfaction. Candy, this ain't about Jasmine. This is about you. What's your peace worth? The words lingered in Rasheeda's mind, long after lunch. Confessional, Jasmine, I didn't want to be the villain again. But when I heard about the other baby, I knew she had a right to know. If Kirk can do it to me, he can do it to her. And clearly he has. Scene Atlanta Park. Jasmine meets the new baby's mother. The producers set up an unexpected meet. Jasmine sat on a bench, sipping iced coffee, when a young woman in her mid-20s approached with a stroller. Woman, you must be Jasmine. Jasmine. And you must be the one Kirk didn't tell me about. Woman, yeah. Guess we've both been played. They compared timelines. The overlap was obvious. The tension wasn't between them. It was aimed squarely at Kirk. Scene Frost House. Night. Kirk tried one last time to control the narrative. Kirk, Rasheeda, I'm not proud of what I did. But leaving now, that's what everybody wants you to do. Want to see us fall apart. Rasheeda, this isn't about everybody. This is about me. about my worth. And you've been telling me for years that I deserve better, while proving you don't mean it. She walked away, leaving him in the living room, head in his hands. Final montage for part 2. Rasheeda driving alone through Atlanta at night. City lights reflecting in the car window. Jasmine and the new mother exchanging numbers, plotting a meeting. With Rasheeda. Kirk at a bar with Scrappy, downing a drink. Avoiding questions, the paternity email open on Rasheeda's laptop. The bold 99.98% lingering on screen. The narrator's voice closed the episode. Narrator with the truth out. In the open, the question isn't whether Rasheeda can forgive, but whether she even wants to try. Hashtag another baby shock. Hashtag LHHATL. Hashtag paternity bombshell. Hashtag RASHEED breaks. Hashtag Kirk exposed. Hashtag Jasmine returns. Hashtag hip hop drama. Hashtag VH1 reality. Hashtag second baby scandal. Hashtag Atlanta tea. At Rasheeda at Frost 117. The morning after the DNA results, Rasheeda woke up to a text she wasn't expecting. From an unknown number. We need to talk. Woman to woman. Tasha at first. She thought it was spam. Then Jasmine's name popped up in a group text. Yes, a group text. Jasmine. Rasheeda. I don't want drama, but you need to hear from her too. She's not the enemy. We were both lied to. Tasha, I didn't even know about you until after my son was born. Rasheeda's hands shook. The audacity of Kirk wasn't new, but the fact that these women were linking up, that was new. Confessional, Rasheeda? This is next level disrespect. Not only did he cheat, not only did he have a baby now, his lies got these women bonding over the pain he caused. And guess who's the common denominator? My husband. Seen Sierra's glam shop. Rasheeda pulled up to Sierra's salon for a hair appointment. But mostly to spill the tea. Sierra, girl, you look like you've been up all night thinking. Rasheeda, I was. Jasmine and the new baby mama hit me up together, like some kind of Kirk Survivors Club. Sierra, what? Oh nah, that's not just messy, that's Atlanta messy. Rasheeda, right? And I know production gonna try to put us all in the same room, but I'm not giving them that satisfaction. Yet, cutaway producer's interview with Jasmine. Producer, why reach out to Rasheeda? Jasmine. Because I know what it's like to be blindsided by Kirk and Tasha. She's new to this game. She deserves to know how it plays out if she's not careful. Seen coffee shop meet Jasmine and Tasha. Jasmine sipped her latte while Tasha rocked the stroller gently. Jasmine, you know he's gonna try to spin this like you came on to him. Tasha, that's what he already told me, that y'all were over, that he was separated. Jasmine, girl, that's chapter 1 in the Kirk Frost handbook. They laughed, but it wasn't joy, it was bitterness. Confessional, Tasha? I didn't sign up to be anybody's storyline, but since I might as well speak my truth. And if that means sitting across from Rasheeda and telling her what Kirk told me, so be it. Seen Frost House, evening. Rasheeda came home to find Kirk in the kitchen, scrolling through his phone. Rasheeda, so Jasmine and Tasha hit me up. Kirk, looking up slow. End. Rasheeda. End. Kirk, what are you doing? Collecting baby mamas like Paykemen. Kirk, it's not like that. Rasheeda, it's exactly like that. You lie. They believe you, and I'm the one cleaning up the PR mess for the family brand. Cut to confessional. Kirk, I'm not proud of how it looks, but what people don't understand is these situations. They're complicated. And no matter what, I'm still trying to hold my marriage together. I just wish Rasheeda would. See that? Scene filming set up at a lounge. Producers convinced Rasheeda to attend a girls' night with Sierra and Carly Red. Of course. Halfway through, Jasmine and Tasha walked in. Camera pans to Rasheeda's face. Pure disbelief. Carly, whispering, oh, this about to be good. Sierra, Lord, protect my edges. Jasmine approached the table calmly. Jasmine, Rasheeda, I know you don't want to see me, but I came here with respect. Tasha, I did too. I thought you deserved to hear it from me, not the streets. The tension was thick. Glasses clinked in the background, but no one dared interrupt. Confessional, Rasheeda. I wanted to flip the table, I wanted to walk out. But part of me wanted answers more. Rasheeda. All right, talk. But understand, I'm not here to swap war stories over Kirk's mess. Tasha fair. He told me he was single, so that y'all had been living separate lives. I wouldn't have touched him otherwise. Jasmine, same playbook, different year. The women exchanged looks, united in betrayal. Scene lounge bathroom break, Carly cornered Rasheeda near the sinks. Carly, girl, you know, they're gonna keep coming unless you set boundaries with Kirk. Rasheeda, I know. But it's hard when the father of your kids is the one causing the pain. The episode ended with a cliffhanger, Rasheeda walking back to the table, ready to respond to both women at once. The preview for the next episode teased Rasheeda confronting Kirk in front of Jasmine and Tasha. Mama. Charlene showing up at Frost Bistro yelling, "This baby drama ends today." Kirk storming out of a group meeting with the words, "I'm done talking." Hashtag another baby shock. Hashtag Jasmine returns. Hashtag second baby drama. Hashtag Kirk busted. Hashtag RASHEEDA. Strong. Hashtag Atlanta messy. Hashtag VH1 drama. Hashtag LHHATL. Hashtag paternity scandal. Hashtag hip hop mess at VH1. At Rasheeda. At Frost 117, the Frost Bistro was packed for Saturday brunch. Mimosas flowing, music low, and Rasheeda working the room like the boss she is, or at least pretending to. Inside, her stomach was in knots. The night before, Jasmine and Tasha had sat across from her, each with a version of Kirk's lies. Now, word had reached someone she really didn't want involved. Yet Mama Charlene. Scene Frost Bistro entrance, the doors swung open. And in she came, sunglasses on, purse clutched tight, energy radiating. The room got quiet. Everyone in Atlanta knew when Mama Charlene shows up unannounced, it's not for chicken and waffles. Charlene, where he at? Rasheeda, Mama, not here, please. Charlene, nah, don't please me. I've been reading these blogs. Another baby. You got me out here looking like a damn fool, Rasheeda. Customers looked up from their plates, pretending not to listen. Confessional, Mama Charlene. I love my daughter, but enough is enough. This man got babies popping up like whack-a-mole. Somebody gotta say it to his face, and that somebody is me. Scene kitchen. Kirk was in the back checking inventory when Rasheeda came storming in. Rasheeda, need to get out there before Mama starts flipping tables. Kirk, she's here. Oh, hell no. Rasheeda? Yes. Hell yes. And she's on a mission. Kirk sighed and reluctantly followed her to the dining area. The show down. Charlene. Oh, there he is. Mister, I'm just trying to keep my family together. Kirk, nice to see you too, Charlene. Charlene cut the fake polite. I've been quiet long enough. First it was one baby. Now I hear there's another. Kirk, that's not even confirmed. Charlene. Oh, so you're gonna wait for the third one before you confirm? Laughter broke out at a nearby table. Kirk glared in their direction. Cutaway. Confessional. Kirk. This is exactly why I don't like talking about my personal life in public. People love to see me in the hot seat. And Mama Charlene, she knows how. To make it worse, scene outside, bistro producers, cameras rolling. Mama Charlene pulled Rasheeda to the side. Charlene, baby, I don't know what hold this man has on you. But you better break it before you're raising a football team worth of kids. That ain't yours. Rasheeda, Mama, I'm handling it. Charlene, handling it? Girl, he's out here playing house with half the city. You can't brand your marriage and expect folks to keep buying the fairy tale. Seen later that day, Frost House. Kirk walked into the living room where Rasheeda was sitting with crossed arms. Kirk, you know I don't appreciate you letting your mama ambush me like that. Rasheeda letting her. She's a grown woman, Kirk. She saw the mess you made and decided to say something. Kirk, she don't know the whole story. Rasheeda, then maybe you should start telling it before Jasmine and Tasha keep filling in the blanks. Confessional Rasheeda, sometimes I think Kirk thinks if he just stays quiet long enough, the storm will pass. But this storm is naming new hurricanes every week. Jasmine, Tasha, and now my mama. Scene group, meeting arranged by producers. The next day, production had set up a family meeting at a rented event space. Around the table, Rasheeda, Kirk, Jasmine, Tasha, Kay, and Mama Shirlene, front row with a glass of sweet tea. Jasmine, look, I didn't come here to ruin your marriage, but you can't be mad at me for speaking the truth. Tasha, same here. I didn't even know I was part of this mess until it was too late. Shirlene, but now y'all sitting here acting like Kirk's bad decisions are just an accident. Kirk, y'all acting like I'm the only man to ever make mistakes. Shirlene, you ain't the only man, but you might be the busiest. The table went silent. Cutaway, confessional. Mama Shirlene. She's the realest one in the room. She don't sugarcoat, she don't play. She just drops truth bombs and sips her tea. Scene final minutes of the episode, Mama Shirlene stood up. Okay? Looking directly at Kirk. Shirlene, you either fix this mess now or I'm gonna fix it for you. Okay? And trust me, you won't like my way. Kirk swallowed hard. Rasheeda leaned back in her chair, eyes locked on him. Jasmine and Tasha exchanged glances. This was the kind of heat you couldn't pay for. Preview for next episode. Kirk secretly meets with Tasha to clear the air. Cameras catch every word. Rasheeda confronts Carly about leaking new baby. Rumors to the blogs. Jasmine drops a new piece of evidence that shocks even Mama Shirlene. Hashtag another baby shock. Hashtag Mama Shirlene unfiltered. Hashtag Frost Bistro drama. Hashtag Kirk in hot seat. Hashtag RASHEED a strong hash VH1 drama. Hashtag hip hop mess. Hashtag Atlanta chaos. Hashtag second baby scandal. Hashtag LHHATL. At VH1, at Rasheeda, at Frost 117 rain tapped lightly on the tinted windows of a quiet midtown lounge. It wasn't the kind of place you'd expect to see at Frost 117, especially not alone in a booth with Tasha. But here they were, cameras rolling from a distance. Mics hidden under the table. Kirk kept looking around nervously. Kirk, I shouldn't even be meeting with you. Rasheeda's already on edge. Tasha, then why are you here, Kirk? Kirk, because I need to know what you're telling people. And I need you to stop. Tasha smirked, swirling her drink. Tasha, I'll stop when the truth is out. Jasmine ain't lying. That baby? You know exactly what I'm talking about? Cutaway, confessional. Tasha, Kirk thinks he can control the story. But I got receipts, timelines, and a memory like an elephant. Rasheeda wants answers. She's gonna get them from me. Scene Rasheeda gets a tip. Meanwhile, back at Press Boutique. Carly Red popped in, phone in hand, grin on her face. Carly, girl, guess who's having a cozy little drink with Tasha right now? Rasheeda, Carly, don't start. Carly, no, I'm serious. A girl works at this lounge. She just sent me a pic. Look. Carly slid the phone across the counter. There it was, Kirk leaning in close to Tasha, face tense. Rasheeda's lips tightened. Confessional Rasheeda, I told Kirk no more secrets. If he's out here meeting with Tasha without telling me, then clearly he's not hearing me. Seen the lounge hidden camera audio. Kirk, look, if we keep this off the blogs, maybe I can figure something out that works for everyone. Tasha, what's that mean? Kirk, it means I don't need Rasheeda finding out like this. Let me talk to her in my own time. Tasha, you've had plenty of time, Kirk. Tasha leaned forward. Tasha, and if you don't, Jasmine will. And trust me, she's got something new. Kirk froze. Seen outside the lounge. Producers caught Kirk leaving first, pulling his hoodie over his head. Minutes later, Tasha exited, phone pressed to her ear. Cut to Jasmine's apartment. Tasha arrived, dropping her bag on the couch. Jasmine, so, what did he say, Tasha? He's scared. Real scared? And now's the time to drop it. Jasmine grinned. Jasmine, perfect. Because I do have something new. And it's gonna make another baby look like old news. Confessional Jasmine. Kirk can hide, but he can't run. Done being quiet. If you thought one baby was messy, wait until he sees this. Seen Frost home that night. Rasheeda sat at the kitchen counter when Kirk walked in, pretending everything was normal. Rasheeda, how was your day? Kirk, busy. Had some errands. Did those errands include? Tasha. Kirk's head snapped up. Kirk, what? Rasheeda, don't play dumb. I got the pictures. She slid Carly's phone screenshot across the counter. Confessional Rasheeda, every time I give him the benefit of the doubt, he hands me a reason not to. Kirk, it's not what it looks like. Rasheeda, then explain it before I decide for myself. Kirk, I wanted to get ahead of whatever Jasmine's planning next. Rasheeda, by meeting with her friend. Behind my back. Sound ridiculous? Scene? Phone callous. Kirk tried to defend himself. Rasheeda's phone buzzed. It was Jasmine. FaceTiming. Jasmine, hey boo. Thought you should know. That second baby might not be the only surprise. Rasheeda's face drained of color. Cut to black. To be continued. Preview for next episode. Jasmine drops her new evidence. In front of the whole cast at an event, Carly stirs the pot with claims that even Mama Shirlene didn't know about. Kirk finally admits there's more to the second baby story, but not the way anyone expects. Hashtag another baby shock. Hashtag Tasha spills tea. Hashtag Kirk caught again. Hashtag Jasmine unstoppable. Hashtag RASHEEDAVs. Kirk. Hashtag VH1 drama. Hashtag hip hop secrets. Hashtag second baby saga. Hashtag Atlanta drama unfolds at VH1. At Rasheeda at Frost 117. The night air in Atlanta buzzed with tension as the cast gathered for Sierra's birthday event. It was supposed to be lighthearted cake, champagne, a DJ spinning throwback hits, but everyone knew the undercurrent. Jasmine had been hinting for days that she had something new to drop, okay? And nobody wanted to be caught off guard. Rasheeda arrived first, wearing a sleek black jumpsuit and her guard up. She hugged Sierra, exchanged hellos, but her eyes scanned the room like a detective at a crime scene. Moments later, Kirk walked in, avoiding her gaze and heading straight for the bar. Confessional. Rasheeda, I told Kirk if there's more to this story, it better come from him, not the streets. But knowing my luck, it's gonna come from Jasmine. With cameras rolling, the crowd parted slightly as Jasmine entered, rocking a fitted white dress and a look that screamed, I came to collect. Behind her, Tasha trailed like a shadow, phone in hand. Carly Red spotted them and instantly lit up. Karlie. Oh, here we go. Somebody cue the messy music. She hurried over to hug Jasmine. Already fishing for the scoop. Scene. The Bildupus, the music thumped, producers nudged people closer. Jasmine grabbed a glass of champagne but didn't drink it. She was saving her moment. Jasmine, is Rasheeda here? Carly, MMHMM, and she's been eyeing you since you walked in. You're gonna talk to her? Jasmine, oh, I'm gonna do more than talk. Seeing the showdown, Jasmine approached Rasheeda's table, all eyes following. Kirk noticed too late and hurried over. Jasmine, hey Rasheeda. I figured it's time we stopped dancing around the truth. Rasheeda, girl, if you came here for another headline, keep walking. Jasmine, oh, it's more than a headline. It's proof. She pulled out her phone and hit play. The video showed Kirk in a dimly lit room, not with her, but with another woman talking about sorting things before Rasheeda finds out. The woman's face was partially visible, but it was clear enough. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Confessional. Carly Red. Baby, when I tell you my jaw hit the floor. Kirk out here acting like he got a baby punch card. Collect 5. Get 1 free, Kirk. That's not what it looks like. Jasmine, it looks like you got more secrets, and this one, she's got a toddler. Do the math. Rasheeda's hands clenched into fists under the table. Seeing Rasheeda's response. Rasheeda, you're telling me? While I've been rebuilding my marriage, you've been out here creating more mess? Kirk, Rasheeda, please. That's not my Jasmine. DNA says otherwise. She slid an envelope across the table. The room went silent except for the bass line from the DJ. Confessional, Jasmine. I told Kirk I wasn't bluffing. Got the papers. Now, it's game. Over. Seen envelope open as Rasheeda stared at it for a long second before pushing it toward Kirk. Rasheeda, you open it? You read it? Out loud. Kirk's jaw tightened. He unfolded the paper, eyes scanning quickly. Then slower. Confessional. Kirk, when I saw that number 99.9%, my stomach dropped. Not again. I can't believe I'm here. Again. He didn't read it out loud. He just set it down and stared at the table. Rasheeda, that's all I need to see. She stood up, adjusted her jumpsuit, and walked out. Cameras and half the party following. Scene outside the venue. Rain had started to fall, blurring the neon lights. Rasheeda stood under the awning, breathing hard. Carly came rushing out. Carly, girl, you okay? Rasheeda, no, but I will be. And this time, I'm not waiting around for him to figure it out. Cut back inside. Kirk sat alone at the table, envelope still in front of him. Jasmine leaned in one last time. Jasmine, you can be mad at me all you want, but truth don't care. About timing. She walked away, leaving him with the paper and the weight of another mistake. Final confessional, Rasheeda. I've been through storms before, but at some point you stop rebuilding with the same person who keeps burning the house down. I guess I'll find out if this is that point. To be continued. Preview for next episode. Rasheeda meets with Mama Shirlene, who has plenty to say about Kirk's baby problem. Carly digs into the timeline of this new alleged child and finds something shocking. Kirk considers a paternity challenge. But Tasha claims there's even more proof waiting. Another baby bombshell. Jasmine goes for the kill. Kirk cornered. RASHEEDA strong. Love and hip hop ATL. VH1 drama. Paternity test shock. Atlanta mess unfolds at VH1. At Rasheeda at Frost 117. You just saw the drama unfold. But do you believe Jasmine's shocking another baby claim? Drop your thoughts below. Team Rasheeda or Team Jasmine? And don't forget, hit that, tag your crew, and share this before the truth drops. Another baby ATL. Team Rasheeda. Team Jasmine. LHHATL drama. Receipts ready. Messy Mondays. VH1T at Rasheeda. At Frost 117. At VH1. At I am Carly.